Hello and welcome to another episode of HARDplay. This is episode 3 of Doom. As always, I'm player 1, Michael, and joining me today on the second controller is Connor.
Sup? I'm back.
Boom. You ready for some more just absolute annihilation?
Of this, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Boom.
Did
you hear about the... I don't remember, like, when the heck we did this last episode and what we talked about.
Hecky definitely did it.
Did I tell you about the new Doom? Have you heard of that? There's another one coming out?
Shit. Yeah, I don't know that we talked about it, but I remember seeing
Because it was going to be Doom 4.
Didn't they have like it's the teaser thing at
QuakeCon?
QuakeCon, yeah.
Yeah, that they didn't show anybody else because they're like just freaking selfish.
From what I've heard, like reading on IGN and shit, where they were talking about it, they said it's like totally got this old school feel to it.
Yeah, like it sounds like it's like really fast, loads of like ammo and weapons and shooting enemies and no recharging health and all of that like cool stuff that sounds like a really classic Doom game.
Well, just a classic shooter, like.
Yeah. But it sounds like a lot more like this compared to what Doom 3 was, which was something like very different, which I really liked when it first came out. And I still do, but it's the gameplay isn't just purely as fun as this.
Yeah.
They focused on like the horror aspects a lot more, and that horror stuff was like pretty cool, and that was a fucking scary game when it came out, and it looked like really pretty. But this is just like a lot more fun in the long run.
Yeah, totally.
Like I'm punching the fuck out of these guys. Use some health.
Have you? I'm not sure. I think. Because you were on our podcast a while back and we were talking about stuff. I can't remember if you mentioned it on the podcast because I haven't listened to it in a while. Did you mention the Silent Hills like playable teaser?
No, that wasn't out.
I didn't think it was, but then I swear I remember hearing you say playable teaser of Silent Hills at some point. But sick. Have you seen like footage and stuff?
I watched it and I could barely watch it. It was so scary.
Horrifying.
It's so fucking scary.
Yeah, like I totally want to play it when it comes out, but that's just that playable teaser. I was just like, no, this would fuck with me. I couldn't do this.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when it comes out because it's a playable teaser that's not demo. That's not what they called it. So it could be very different.
Well, yeah, exactly. I doubt it'll be
gameplay.
I don't think it'll be first person.
Like a Silent Hill's never been first person before, besides their like their mobile phone game.
Yeah.
Or like I think maybe the Vita one was. That are very different breeds of Silent Hill than the actual series. And Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, helping
like
director?
Hideo Kojima as well.
Yeah.
Metal Gear. And the
cool.
guy who did Pan's Labyrinth teaming up.
Yeah.
Just to be awesome. Which
it's pretty sick idea.
I really like the sound of.
Yeah. Are you much of a Silent Hill fan? Because I'm like, I think it looks awesome, but I'm not like a Silent Hill veteran or anything. I'm not
either.
I'm not like, oh man, it looks like a return to form for the series. Yeah, I'm just like, it looks like a cool game.
Yeah, I kind of know that it's a return to form just because I remember the last like 6 Silent Hills that came out.
Well, yeah, I know that they've all reviewed poorly, but I haven't played them personally because I've just never been invested in the series.
Yeah, so I played
oh my god, fuck
when
off,
when I got through a lot of the Resident Evils that I was playing, the classic ones, I was sort of like, I want more of this. And then I like looked up that they were like, oh, they called this thing a survival horror. Okay, what's other survival horror?
Right, yeah.
And Silent Hill was one of them. And I went down to my local video store, like we used to in the day, and I rented Silent Hill 3. And I was like, I'll just rip the ISO and just like take it back the next day and just keep playing it. And I played it for about like half an hour and was so just kind of creeped out and just got stuck at the very first puzzle that I just didn't burn it. And then it wasn't until like quite a while later that I was like, hey, that was actually kind of good. I kind of want to play it again, but I don't have it anymore. And the video store didn't exist anymore.
Right. Well, you said, video stores like they do in the old days. Some people still go to video stores. In fact, some of us fucking work there.
But the last game sale that was on the Xbox Live store, they
got the HD.
Yeah, the HD.
Like, that's Silent Hill 2 and
2 and 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, fuck it.
2 is apparently one of the best
like the
ones.
best. So that's what I was like, yep, I'll do that and I'll play them. And I'm just at the very beginning of Silent Hill 2 still.
It's one of those things though where like some of the reviews said it wasn't it's
It wasn't a good port
It's good
and
enough
stuff.
for like people who have played it before and want to relive it. But yeah, it's not a great port.
Yes.
Kind of similar to the Resident Evil 4 like HD for consoles. They did. I heard
Oh
that
yeah,
wasn't a
not
great
as
port.
bad.
Obviously not as bad as the PC port or the original PS2
just
port.
after I bought it and I was like waiting for it to download, I looked up reviews and then I found that like a whole bunch of the Silent Hill community that are hardcore fans were really disappointed with the port. Because basically it was like done by a different studio, and they didn't actually have the original game. They got given like source code that was still from like the beta. So there was like basically they got a version of the game that wasn't completely finished and didn't have all the debugging done. So they had to go through and like try and debug the stuff, but then also port it to HD. So there's a lot of stuff that people were like really upset about, but I didn't care really because I actually tried to download the PC version, but it was like, oh, what, you're running XP? You need to be running... Oh, it was like maybe I was running Windows 7 and it was an XP game.
Yeah.
So trying to get it to actually run so it was playable was just like so hard that I'm just like, fuck it, just give me a half decent version of it on Xbox so I can play it and experience it.
Yeah. I guess I'll probably pick it up eventually and play it, but...
It was like $5 for both of them.
Oh, that's not bad, yeah.
So I was just like, yep, digital download.
Yeah.
Click. And then I got it. But the playable teaser thing really impressed me because it basically takes some of the like adventure game and like Myst style game type puzzles and applied it to horror, and like that's the first like real occasion that I can ever think of in a video game where it's like, wow, that is psychological horror.
Yeah.
Because you're actually going, what the fuck is going on?
Well, yeah, totally,
Because it's the infinite loop of the house.
Yeah.
And you're trying to like... And
it didn't feel like...
Basically, you make progress by like, it's this cryptic puzzle.
Yeah, and you got to find pieces that like picture or whatever.
And the non-combat of that really interested me more than like what I'd seen from the Silent Hill games
previously.
Yeah.
The thing they had... Oh, that's what really impressed me. Is at first I was like, "Was this just like? Is this all these all like scripted events and shit? Are these all just happening depending on where you walk at what time?" But it seemed really like all the playthroughs I've seen have been kind of different. Each person's had a fairly different experience playing through it.
Yeah,
which I think is pretty neat.
That is also what I've found. I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about it, and one of the guys was like showing someone it.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll run you through it," because he knew how to finish it and he beat it in like 4 times.
Yeah,
and he basically came out of the first door and got killed by the ghost, and he was like, "That's never happened to me before. Why the fuck did that just happen?"
That's cool.
Because a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, it's just really scripted," and it kind of is scripted, but it's like heavily scripted with loads of different variations.
Yeah,
and some like level of randomness to it.
Yeah. Do we know where we're going, by the way?
No, we've just been fucking clicking on doors this whole time. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, the skull door. And I clicked like 8 of them. Oh, we're fucking back here. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't seen any doors with like color-coded doors or anything or any keys. We're just fucking running around like a bunch of idiots.
I'm just seeing lots of skulls and shit. I don't know, man. Oh, is there a map?
Yeah, there is a map.
Oh, sick.
Noob.
It's not... is the map gonna help us?
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, God, where am I?
Oh, you found a teleports.
I did, and... no.
Oh,
not my mate.
You can make it.
Not my mate. Where am I?
Do you remember you died and respawned? Do you remember where you found that teleporter?
I mean, no.
No?
But I can try again.
I'm sure we'll find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. It'll be fine.
Can't even fucking find a shotgun.
It was through here somewhere. Yeah, here we go.
What did you do? Yeah?
Yeah, you go through here.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And you go through here.
Yeah, hold on. Slow down. I'm almost back.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
This is me.
And then you go through here.
This one here. Yeah.
And you go through here.
Oh.
And you go.
What hurt me?
I think if you look at that thing too long, it hurts you. Then you go through here.
Oh, the fire.
And you go.
Duh. So, Oh, I see.
Dead.
Sorry, I get it.
And then that. And
door.
then this. And then...
Oh, we found the exit. That was easy.
Hey! Connor did it.
Blind luck.
No. I got 20/20 vision. I got nothing. What the fuck?
That was scary. Uh-oh. No
Michael,
no time for drink breaks.
No time for refreshments, Michael.
Mini bosses.
This would be a lot easier if I had a weapon. There's one. Blam.
Oh shit, now all I've got is 2% health and a chainsaw. Bring it on.
That's all you need. If you need more than that, you're not a real man. Whoa. Oh god. What are you? Nope. Don't want you. Backpack full of ammo and snacks.
Oh, cool.
Let's do it.
I want snacks.
Take it.
Oh, did it disappear?
I mean, I got it. There was like 2 ammo in that. Bullshit.
I think it's supposed to double your ammo, so...
Ah, okay. Alright, well, I got this thing now.
Ooh, I got the rocket launcher.
Yeah!
Nailed it.
Alright, go us. Where do we go? Okay, no, take that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's just weapons in every room. Oh, yeah, here's a door. That was just the beginning.
Oh, good.
They're like, congratulations, you made it past the first room. Ah, too many, let me out.
Fuck this shit.
Where's my rocket launcher?
What are you? Rocket launcher, yeah.
Shouldn't it be up? There we go. Get out of the way! Oh, I used the last one.
Oh my god, what fucking good that did. Fuck it, chainsaw and... Take it.
So I've been watching a bit of movies.
Yeah, what have you been watching?
A few of the flicks. I watched a, just like Your Worst Enemy's movie. Or Your Worst Enemies with this movie.
Go.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay. I mean, I'm not worst enemies.
No, I know, but
I
it's
just
just
didn't
like...
dig it.
And you just bring it up on like almost every single episode of your podcast at some point.
That's because people keep asking you about movies that like have disappointed us or whatever,
Yeah,
and that's like that's the only
disappointment.
one. That's the only one that like comes to mind that I've genuinely been like, man.
Yeah, because so I watched it, and you're totally right about the sort of disappointment factor because of just how it was advertised was appalling.
Well, yeah, I look at it and I'm like, it might be a perfectly good film, but the way they advertise it, even right up to like the DVD release, the DVD has all 3 of the villains on it.
Rhino on the cover.
It's got Rhino on the cover, and Rhino was literally in it for 20 seconds at the end. That's ridiculous.
And that is appalling. There's a lot of trailers
seems like for
movies nowadays that just they just like spoil the movie in the trailer and stuff.
Well,
this kind of just didn't spoil it. It just like gave you completely the wrong.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like rather than it spoiling the movie, I understand, you know, trailers kind of spoiling plot points or whatever. This straight up lies to you. This is a dishonest trailer.
Yes. Get it? Like those really
things.
Popular honest trailers.
But no, this is like well, it is. It lies to you. Makes you think the movie's something that it's not.
Yeah, it's true.
Which really pissed me off.
That just gives you a bunch of health.
I got supercharged, yeah. So I mean, maybe I'll watch it one day and dig it for what it is, rather than how it was advertised to be.
Hello.
But yeah,
I'm solving things.
Hey, do it. I'll skip.
Yeah, like around. I enjoyed it. There was some stuff that I thought was good and stuff that I thought was bad.
Yeah, what do you think was good?
Like compared to the first one, I sort of like I dug it a bit more. Like I just thought it was like more enjoyable.
Yeah, I've heard that like compared to the first,
that sort of thing where it's not, you don't think it's better. You're just like, well, I enjoyed watching it more.
Yeah,
I kind of just had more fun compared to some movies which you can really like, but you kind of like, you're not really like having fun while you're watching it the whole time.
I feel that way about like The Dark Knight Rises and stuff. I'm like, this is a really good movie and it's epic and it's huge, but I don't want to watch this again anytime soon.
And that's what that's what I find when you're talking about that sort of thing. The rewatching is where you sort of find that like it's sort of like, oh well, I like both of these movies, but I prefer to watch the sequel again just because it was a bit of fun. Where the first one like was totally better, but I just don't feel like watching it again.
Yeah.
And I think it was sort of like that with this. I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, but I kind of get what you were saying about him because I I liked him in the first one, and I think he does the just that's a button that you're supposed to press.
Yeah.
You fool. You like straight up looked at it and then I ran off.
Yeah, I looked at it and was like, I don't need no buttons.
And then I just did this.
Can I punch these pot plants?
Nope, because they ain't pot plants.
Right.
The sort of stuttering thing that he does, like I think he sort of overdid it in this one compared to just the little bit that he did in the first one.
Right.
So I thought, yeah, that was a little bit more annoying. I liked the way that they did the Green Goblin, where they actually like tried to make it look like, oh, his face is fucked up, and he sort of resembles that.
Yeah.
Instead of just
like
being like really, really campy Willem Dafoe.
In a
mask.
suit.
Yeah.
I honestly liked that Green Goblin though, like the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin.
Yeah. Every time I like go back and watch that movie, I like hate it more.
I fucking love that movie. I watched it like somewhat recently. I still really dig that movie. I think. I like the Green Goblin's design and stuff, and I like Rhino's design. I think it's cool, but like they shouldn't have been on the they shouldn't be on the poster. They shouldn't be in the fucking trailer. It should have been like a nice surprise. It should have been like a oh shit, I thought this was about Shocker. Oh my god, Green Goblin. Oh my god, Rhino. Oh my god, Sinister Six. They shouldn't have shown all that in the trailer and made you think that they were going to play a bigger role than they did.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's probably a good movie, but I feel like it was a really dishonest, or the way they were marketed it was really dishonest and kind of, I can't get past that. I can't like, I see the trailer or whatever playing it. Yeah, I see the trailer playing at Blockbuster. I'm like, this is a fucking lie.
Yeah, I feel that. Where it's just like, you just can't get past that thing.
Yeah.
So you're just like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Plus, I thought it was way too long and like, too angsty, like with his dad and shit.
Yeah, like that. That prologue sort of thing with the plane crash really wasn't necessary, because it was something like a James Bondy sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I was like,
this isn't Spider-Man. I liked the visual effects for Electro, and I thought like he was really cool when he was like all zapping shit and like turning into pure electricity.
Yeah.
But like the way he played him in the beginning as that sort of nerd was like so over the top.
Well, I felt it was kind of like, I mean, this is going to sound really stupid. I'm aware how stupid this statement sounds before I even say it. It was too goofy. Now, it's a fucking comic book movie. Like, I understand that it's supposed to be kind of comical, but like...
Too goofy, it makes absolute sense.
But yeah, it was just like... And when he's like, he's hearing like voices in his head, like when he's Electro and he's like, they're like... It sounded like it was going to turn into a fucking dubstep musical number.
Yes.
Did you fucking get that? Like, I totally got that feeling. Like, I was watching, I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
And the whole, like... And again, it totally... The way they marketed it was all wrong. Or not all wrong. They did a good job marketing it, but they did a good job marketing it as something that it wasn't.
Yes.
In the trailer,
similar to like the did you see the original trailer for Dead Island?
Yeah, totally.
That was that CG trailer.
Yeah, and it looked like really moving
incredible,
and shit.
And you're like, holy shit!
And then you play it, and it's like,
no, the game's just like a fucking.
This is like the best. This is like
shot in the back.
They've tried to take like the best aspects of like Dead Island, Dead Rising and Left 4 Dead, and they don't really work together. But yeah, in the Spider-Man 2 trailer, it looks like Green Goblin goes to Electro, who's already Electro. Like, they don't show him, like, becoming Electro or anything, and he's like, let's go catch a spider, and it looks like, oh, cool, Green Goblin's teaming up with this villain and stuff. Then in the movie, they spend, like, an hour introducing Electro as this, like, sympathetic character, which I don't think he ever was in the comics. In the comics, he was, an electrician or some shit, he was a construction worker or something. He was an engineer, and he
so like in the movie.
Yeah, but like he was working on like power lines or something.
So like in the movie. He designed like a power grid.
I'm pretty sure in the comic books he's literally just working on power lines, like out in the road or some shit. But yeah. Yeah, then he becomes this, like...
sympathetic dude.
Well, he goes from being, like, this kind of sympathetic dude to this, like... They're all laughing at me. Whoa, why are you scared of me? And it's like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
It did not seem like a logical kind of progression for that character.
Favorite line in the movie is when they're in what's that thing called? Is it Times Square or is that just near Times Square?
It was
big area with all the lights and the things.
Fuck yeah, I think it's Times Square.
And he goes, "It's my birthday, time to light the candles," and he zaps at him. And I'm just like, what? Where did that come from with your character being?
Well,
this,
that's the thing. It feels like they try to make him more like kind of comically like lonely dude, and he turns into this like angsty dude, but he's still making puns, and it's like,
yeah,
this is so weird. This or
like you don't have the self-esteem to
pull off puns.
Like
yeah. Like I feel like, and that's a thing that people tend to do with like that's why like people bitch and moan about Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi one with like the emo dancing scene, because they're like, he's got the black suit, he's supposed to be a badass. No, he's got the black suit, and the black suit like it increases his abilities and makes him kind of like, it makes you a bit insane. It doesn't make you cool.
No,
like, because it's an alien it's an alien organism. It doesn't know what cool is. It's just gonna make you. It's like steroids. It makes you think you're stronger and like a bit more nuts than you are. That like what's called Peter Parker in that movie is kind of a dork. He's doing what he thinks is cool.
Yeah.
The suit has given him the confidence to try and act what he thinks to be cool.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, it isn't.
Like, that's why that scene works. But then like Electro gets electric powers, and suddenly he's like, why would electricity powers give him the confidence to make puns?
Yep.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, and then he's just sort of like really boring comic book villain who's making puns and not something more interesting.
Whereas like Dr. Octopus, even Green Goblin in the first one was more interesting than Electro in this, I think.
Yeah.
And the dude who plays Green Goblin, forgotten his name.
Little young kid.
Yeah, he shits me. I don't know why. I liked
him so much more than James Franco. James Franco was terrible in those movies.
Yeah, true. Well, I didn't think he was terrible, but I did like him more than James Franco.
When you like look at just the scenes where he's supposed to be all like, "You killed my father, Spider-Man," it's really bad. It's like, James Franco, you're an awesome actor, but don't do that like really dramatic stuff. Like, he's done some dramatic stuff that's good, but just like,
I guess it doesn't really work in a comic book movie so much. The I thought this Green Goblin was kind of goofy when he was Harvey Osborn. Was it Harvey Osborn?
What?
I've forgotten the Osborn character's name. It's Norman Osborn is the dad, isn't it?
Yes. Harry
Osborn. Harvey. What am I talking about? When he's just Harry Osborn and he's like,
passage.
Spider-Man, give me your blood, and Spider-Man's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, man. Can't do that. I can't do that. And Green Goblin's like, you're mean, basically.
Something killed me.
He basically just throws a tizzy. So he's like, you're a dick, Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's like, he thinks I'm a dick. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was jumping back and forth between like.
So that's where the red door is. Shit.
Like rom-com shit with Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker to like really corny like Spider-Man, like Saturday morning Spider-Man cartoon corny fight scenes with Electro to like weird fucking angst shit with Green Goblin. It's just weird.
It was pretty bipolar.
It felt like the pacing felt
there we go.
Really weird.
So I found the Red Skull and then I lost it because I didn't know where the red door was. Now I know where the red door is, but I don't quite remember where.
Okay. Well, at least we found more dudes to shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I got killed by that thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I like backtracked and.
Yeah, I feel like that movie feels like schizophrenic in terms of its tone and its pacing.
Saying that, I'm like excited to see more. Like I'm not like, oh, don't do more.
No. I'm not like don't. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm not like, fuck it. I'm never seen a Spider-Man movie again. Fuck it. I'll watch it when it comes out. But like, don't market it to be something that it's not. And
yeah, absolutely. But I pretty much enjoy the casting of everybody in the new films compared to the old films. Just for me, I prefer all the people they picked for the new versions.
Yeah, no, I still prefer the old one, I think. Like, I really like Tobey Maguire. I really like I thought Aunt May in this one I didn't like her very much. She was kind of a bitch.
I'm not as big on Aunt May, but everyone
this
else.
dude just wants to find out what happened to his dad, and she's like, "Fuck your dad. He's an asshole. He tried to kill the president." You know? She's like, "You're my boy." And he's like, "It's okay, Aunt May. I'm your boy." And I'm just like, this is fucking stupid. Like Aunt May and the other ones were like, was this kind of like sweet old lady who could be like.
It was weird though, because she was this sweet old lady, and it was like. And it was like, why are you Aunt May? Shouldn't you be Grandma May? Because you're like 80.
Well, I mean, in the comic books, they're old.
Yeah, it was sort of weird.
But
she like I don't know.
I got used to seeing this kind of sweet,
more appropriate.
Right. Yeah.
More age appropriate to actually be his aunt.
Okay,
than the other one.
I didn't much like her character though. Because it's just like he just wants to find out what happened to his fucking dad, and she's like.
No.
Fuck you, you little shit.
So I found the yellow key. We still don't have the red one.
That's cool, that's cool.
I'm about to run out of ammo.
It's alright, Connor's here to save the day.
Oh, you totally am. Oh, don't shoot me though.
I won't. Don't make me.
I thought that the death of Gwen's... Also, that's where the exit is. Oh, do you have the red key?
I got... Oh, shit.
That weren't the exit.
What were?
Oh, shit. I don't remember going through here. Oh, that's why I didn't get the yellow key. You got the yellow key.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good job. I thought I picked it up.
Nah, man.
Stealing your thunder.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll let you have it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's alright. You're way ahead of me.
You can
just press the button.
I don't know where I am.
I think that's where the should just lead you.
Yeah.
Should just find out. Exit there. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe there's way more.
Thing. There's more to this.
Boosh. Exit.
Oh, that's where I went through before, and it was like.
Oh, it's a liar.
So it's a lie.
Oh wait, hang on. Maybe you didn't. Hey, hello.
Shit, sorry.
There you are.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, it's down on the D-pad for the map.
Ah, cool.
You didn't go through the red door though, did you?
What red door?
Yeah, exactly. I know where the red door is.
Ah, okay.
We should go through that. Hey, hang on. Why do you have the red thing? Oh, that's right. When I had the red key, I died and you didn't.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so I should probably not die then.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Go.
No, not through there.
Other way. Okay, hang on.
Just don't die again. Or ever.
Oh, I'm gonna run.
Where are we going?
Okay. Where are we going?
Through... No, not through there. Through here. I think.
Another thing about Amazing Spider-Man, which is it's not a critique against the film, I guess. It's just that it didn't affect me nearly as much as the original one did. In the original one, when Uncle Ben dies, and like that, and that's at the start of the film. That's like had 30 minutes to introduce you to these characters. Like when Uncle Ben dies, I felt more for Uncle Ben dying and for Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, or as Peter Parker rather. Sorry, when he's like crying over Ben's dead body, and when like they have that moment with when he like comes in and there's no like dialogue. It's literally just Aunt May and Peter just like hug in the doorway, and it's really fucking sweet and really sad. I felt more for that, like 30 minutes into this film, than 2.5 hours into Amazing Spider-Man 2 when Gwen Stacy dies. I could not have cared. I could have cared.
Stone, so like, yes, through here, this way.
I could not have cared less. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sort of like I'm very biased because it's Emma Stone. So.
Right. No, I love Emma Stone. She's great. No, she's great. But yeah, I didn't feel anything for. Well, you know what? I felt bad for her. I felt bad for Gwen Stacy, but I didn't feel bad for Peter.
I was feeling bad for the whole time because I was like, oh shit, because that's sort of broken up and he didn't want to deal with it. And she was like, well, we're just going in different places, and he didn't want to let her go to the Britons.
Yeah, I thought he was a dick. I was like, fuck you, dude.
And it's like, well, you know, that's the kind of thing when you're that young. It's like, oh, you can be like high school sweethearts, but it's not going to like turn out all right unless you're both going to end up in the same place in, you know, after you finish school, and most people don't, because that's when you go off and you study different places and you go to live in different countries and stuff. And that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
But just because I knew what was happening, I was like, oh, this is really sad, because it's like she didn't get to go to like the UK and do what she wanted to do, and he didn't get to have her anymore. She had to die. and then he lost her that way. And it like would have been nicer if he had just lost her anyway. But Emma Stone.
Well, if he'd not gone, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't like this version of Peter Parker very much. I don't find him as like sympathetic or anywhere near as good as the other one. I thought he was kind of a dick. He's like, don't go to England, stay here with me, stay here in fucking wherever we are, because it's great. Stay here in New York.
I want to see that version of Amazing Spider-Man.
And then she's like well, no, that's not how this works. And he's like, okay, I'll come with you. And it's like, well, fuck you, dude. Maybe she wants to go find some sexy British dude.
You mean Andrew Garfield?
What? Andrew Garfield is British. I know. I'm not talking about Andrew Garfield. I've got nothing against Andrew Garfield. It's this Peter Parker.
Yeah.
It's the Peter Parker he represents that I don't gel with.
That's cool.
Which I like. We've been bitching, or I've been bitching about it for a while now.
Yeah.
I have to like say, I'm a fucking nobody. I know that they're not out to please me or anything.
Yeah.
I totally recognize that, like.
Well, they're out to just make more movies so that they don't lose the licensing back
exactly, and kids are still
Marvel.
going out and watching it and enjoying it, but yeah. So I'm not. This is just my fucking stupid biased opinion. It's nothing more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, ow! There's electricity in the
floor. In the blue bits.
Blue flames. It's like redstone, but
not.
But blue.
Where the fuck are we? Oh, hello.
I don't feel like we've gone through this much of the level yet.
I don't know where we are.
Let's do some backtracking.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I remember some of this, I guess. Oh.
And I think I've heard people say like, oh, the chemistry that Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker have in that movie is amazing, and it is good. It's enjoyable to watch, but it feels out of place. Like it feels like doesn't. Yeah.
I prefer the chemistry in the first one. I thought that was really good. I didn't feel like that was out of place.
Okay.
I kind of liked just the So this is it's just different Spider-Man. He's not like a complete social outcast. He's like kind of cool because if he was, it's that sort of 21 Jump Street thing where it's like all the people that they like he's accusing to be nerds are like the cool kids now.
Yeah.
Because times have changed.
Yeah.
Tell you what though, it has nothing on Guardians of the Galaxy, which
shit.
Seeing now.
Yeah, boy.
Not in time to be on the spoiler cast.
No, unfortunately not. But yeah, did you dig it?
Red Key. I did. dug it all over the place.
Awesome. Yeah, I really dug it.
It's just like it's like my favorite Marvel film of any of them.
I've had a lot of fun with it.
Blew my mind. And there's like a lot of I've seen it twice now.
Yeah.
Because I dragged along the girlfriend.
Oh man.
She didn't want to kind of see it, but I was like, nah, you're gonna like this.
It's a really fun film. It's really enjoyable. I don't see like
she enjoyed like some of it, and then she was like, some of it was dumb, and then like
you're like, some of you are dumb.
Some of your stuff's dumb.
Yeah,
you got these like, weird things. But like she just said to me the other day, she's like, oh, when I think about it again, like I think I like it more now. And she's like, I might have to see it again. So I was like, and now you want to see it a second time, even though I had to drag you to the movies the first time. So that's a good result.
Yeah. I dug that.
I love all the characters. I love, like, they're all so well done. Like, there's not one standout. Like, you can be like, holy shit, Groot. It was like, they're all sort
cool
of like
characters.
The black sheep, or not the black sheep, but like the underdog that you didn't expect, that you're just like, oh yeah, just this one, just Groot, the one that doesn't talk, and you're like, oh my god, fucking Groot, I love you.
Yeah,
or you can be like that with Rocket, or you can be like that with Chris Pratt, because you were like,
surprisingly, you can be like that with Drax.
And then with Drax as well.
Like fucking just Batista.
Probably Gamora is the less, just because I'm just like, no, Zoe Saldana, like you can just fucking do like alien chicks really good because you're in Star Trek and you're in Avatar and you're just a fucking good actress.
Yeah.
So I just expect it to be mind blowing.
Yeah, totally.
You're just kind of like don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, totally. My girlfriend Caitlin so there's this comic book shop in the city called All Star Comics, and they're really nice. And she posted on their wall like, oh, check it out. She made a little baby Groot in a pot plant out of blue tack just for shits and giggles. And she's like, I'll take a picture of this, send it to them. She sent it to them. Then like I was in the shop with her yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, Caitlin, you made that little baby Groot thing, yeah?" And she's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, fuck it, we thought that was really neat. Here, we've got like a free double pass to go see Guardians of the Galaxy." And she's like, "Oh shit!" And they gave her that, and she's like, "Well, check this out. I actually made like a robotic, or like I took a dancing like flower, like robot dancing flower thing.
Holy shit!
Took it apart and made a Groot face like out of polymer clay and like body out of like string and like different like yarn and shit, and made a dancing baby Groot that actually dances." And she gave that to me, and now that's sitting on my PS3.
That's
and they were
awesome.
like, "Oh my god!" So they gave her like this double pass.
I've seen that happen before. I've seen that like people dancing Groots out of that dancing sunflower toy.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to it, being like, "Holy shit! Is that the original?"
Yeah.
Did that originally happen to you?
No. That was like recently. I think she saw some of those things and was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna try doing that." But yeah, that was really fucking cool.
That is really fucking.
So
cool.
I think she's gonna. I think if she's not got anybody else to drag along, I'll probably go see it again.
Fuck yeah,
which
man!
I'm looking forward to seeing. It was neat.
It's good the second time as well. It is. It's just fun. Like, don't want to talk too much shit about what Chris said about it on your spoiler cast.
I mean,
because
like,
she's not here to like have a dialogue or anything.
Yeah,
but like the point that she made where she said, "I don't think it's a good movie. I really like it scene to scene, and I like all the characters, but just when they're all put together, I don't think it makes a good movie." And I'm like, but all a good movie kind of is just a bunch of good scenes
strung together. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't see why.
Yeah, I don't think
that explanation of it.
Yeah, Emma didn't much care for it either. I don't think.
I was surprised at that as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she didn't dig.
Would have really dug it.
I don't know. Maybe I mean, like we've said, with Spider-Man, my expectations of what the film was going to be is ultimately what made me not like it, because it wasn't anything like it.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, at least, Guardians of the Galaxy lived up to my expectations of it just being like a fun, action movie. I'm not sure what they were expecting.
Yeah. I'm kind of good with my expectations now for those sort of really big blockbuster movies that I'm ridiculously excited for. I try not and expect too much besides just that I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm really excited to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I told you the story, or someone else, but basically I was hyped to see Pan's Labyrinth for ages and ages, because I saw the little clip that was its nomination clip at the Academy Awards, and they're like, "This is nominated for Best Makeup," and they showed the clip, and I was like, "Holy shit, that sounds cool!" And I looked it up, and I was like, "That sounds fucking cool," and it took me ages to fucking rent the DVD because I'm rubbish. Or probably it took a while for the movie to actually come out because I missed my chances at the cinema to see it.
Right.
And when I saw it, it wasn't what I expected, because I expected it to be kind of more like Labyrinth, where it's like this girl goes into this labyrinth that's this fantasy world.
Yeah,
and
so
she's
not enough David Bowie for you.
Okay. I do love my David Bowie. But yeah, and she's just stuck in this world, and she kind of has to get her way out. That sort of Alice in Wonderland-y girl story.
Yeah, sure.
Of the young girl in the crazy fantasy world. Mm-hmm. And because it was intertwined with this Spanish Civil War thing, I was like, what the fuck's this? This isn't what I thought it would be.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I was kind of bummed out after I finished watching it.
Yeah. Did you?
But then I watched it again because I was
about to say,
think I did enjoy that.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, because this is the story of how it became my favorite movie ever. Because then after I got over that, and I was actually able to get over it, luckily.
Yeah.
I was just watched it again, and I was like, actually, this is really fucking good for all of these different things that I kind of wasn't seeing just because I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah, totally. And I think that Spanish Civil War thing, that's that's just Del Toro doing his thing. That's him putting some of his culture and stuff into that Alice in Wonderland.
That's one of his Spanish films, and he differentiates between his Hollywood films and his Spanish films really really well. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy going to see Pacific Rim. There's just a bunch of stupid fun and action.
Totally.
And then going to see fucking fucked up crazy Spanish stuff.
Yeah, I think I had. This is why I have to say with Amazing Spider-Man 2, I may watch it again one day and really fucking enjoy it. Like you said, you didn't like Pan's Labyrinth as much as you thought it would. I really didn't. The movie Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen and Paul Giamatti, which is now one of my favorite fucking movies. It's just stupid fun. I don't know why, but I was so excited to see that movie, and then I watched it and really didn't dig it. when I first watched it, and to the point where I was like, oh shit, I really hate that movie. And I have no idea what I was expecting. I think I'd seen like Sin City at the time, and I thought it was going to be more of that because Clive Owen's in that as well.
Yes, he is.
Oh, hello. But it was, so it just didn't fit my expectations somehow, and I really didn't like it. And then I watched it a couple of years later, and I was like, this is one of the best fucking action movies ever. This is so fun, cool.
And he's got the fucking character.
And and Paul Giamatti is amazing, which you know what? That kind of fed my annoyance with Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well, because I was so excited to see Paul Giamatti
as the Rhino,
doing the Rhino, because he's a great villain.
He's fucking great. He's a great actor. Oh, you found it. I think you're where the yellow key is.
I've got the yellow key.
Oh, you got it. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, so do I.
How.
Jeez.
Yeah,
not paying attention. You're carrying me through this.
And I don't know how. I'm kind of accidentally carrying F-Sol through. And I got the red key. How the fuck is this happening?
Good job, man.
Go DOS. But
well, yeah,
why?
we're just paying so much attention to the conversation, just not paying attention to the game. You can kind of do that with Doom. You just like sprinting through rooms.
Yeah, and eventually you'll hit
killing enemies.
Yeah. Anyway, continue. Oh shit. Okay.
There's
dead.
Electricity in there.
Yeah. No, I figured you're gonna want to not die because. Now I don't have any keys.
No, I'm the keeper of the keys.
You've got all the keys. And I don't know where I am.
Where am I? I don't know where I am.
Where the fuck am I? Okay, let's...
You just see this little green arrow running around like a spaz on your map. Oh, this is where we start. I don't know. Are you...
What the fuck is this shit? Who is you?
So, what was I saying? Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, like, it's just...
Are we talking about Paul Giamatti as well?
Fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to bring it back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right, sure.
Because
I wasn't sure if you had something to say about Paul. Giamatti?
Oh, no, that's right. I was going to say, I watched him. He was in Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah,
and he was fucking awesome in that.
He's so good in that.
That was such a small little role. That was just like, holy shit.
Such a small role, but so sweet that like fucking tear-inducingly sweet. So good.
Yes, it was. It was amazing.
Yeah, excellent stuff.
Yeah, so
yeah,
Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I loved all the characters and how they were all like I love like ensemble pieces compared to just superhero stuff. Like I like superheroes, but
that's
most of the time I find it's like, so they're in New York City, say, just as Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's cool, and some of the villains are cool, and everything else is boring. Where Guardians of the Galaxy is just like, we'll just fucking like the background is just fucking awesome, cool shit happening all the time.
Yeah.
And you've got all these really cool characters all like interacting together, and it's not a superhero movie. It's more just a story about heroes. Yeah,
I liked. I felt like it kind of reminded me of the Avengers a little bit. In the sense that it felt like this big kind of.
Well, that's how they were trying to sell it.
Epic like event movie.
These are kind of like the Avengers of outer space.
Right, yeah,
they're
totally.
This group of dudes that are like a team.
Yeah, but it felt like that without having to have sat through
like
so many
films.
Yeah, 5.
Like you don't need to go and see the Groot film and then the
Exactly. It feels like like a really accessible, fun family action adventure flick.
Yes. There we go.
Having said that, there is like some adult shit in there that like
there's
kids
a lot
will
of adult
not get.
shit that is just like foof over their head.
But
that's cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
something for everyone.
Really, I've like, because some people just sort of go, oh yeah, it was like kind of fun, but it's not that great a movie. But there's a lot of storytelling and like the character stuff.
Yeah,
in that that's really well done. Like the whole plot with Star-Lord. Like there's those scenes in the beginning where they talk about how he got into the fight with the kids because they killed a frog.
Yeah, sweet.
And it's like, that shows that he always had that like really sweet heart and he was like a good person. But because he was brought up by these like bounty hunter sort of...
and his mum died and he was kidnapped.
Yeah.
He can
these mercenaries that he's been brought up to like not have that in him anymore.
Yeah.
But it's not gone, it's just...
forgotten, I guess.
Sort of forgotten.
Yeah.
And... yeah, then he like, saves Gamora and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he like is willing to just die to help her.
Yeah.
And then in the end, it's like, he doesn't stop being just like awesome and kind of a bad, like a little bit of good, a little bit of bad.
Yeah.
But like, he's a like super, like, he's a good person. He's not just like ripping off people and, oh wait, fucking red key. I fucking ran past this. Uh-oh. What'd I do?
Quick, get to the exit. Because I don't know where the fuck I am.
Yeah, we got this. It's cool.
Yeah.
And pretty much what made my girlfriend like it more was she read an article about it was like a little cartoon sort of like cartoon little screenshots from the movie when they're talking to Drax and they say, is this the autistic kid thing? Yeah, and
that was sweet.
So this guy took his autistic younger brother to see the movie, and when Drax says
he doesn't get metaphors.
Nothing gets over my head. Well, my reflexes are too fast, so I would catch it. He yelled out and he goes, he's like me, he doesn't get the metaphors either, because the kid's highly autistic and doesn't understand metaphors.
Yeah.
And so then he just
he saw himself represented in a superhero,
and he was able to see this superhero person that's like, he's like strong and awesome and capable of everything, even though like he doesn't get metaphors.
Yeah.
And it's like really heartwarming story to read.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Because then he's got this person that he's like, this guy's like me.
Yeah.
But I can like...
Rather than being like, Captain America's...
Yeah. Instead of just being like, he's Superman, he's my favorite because he flies.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's really cool. And there's like I love Groot because he's just like, if you... Like I sort of spent the second session of the movie just sort of like... Just like checking out more characters and sort of like reading into it a bit more as you do second time round.
Yeah.
And Groot is just like the most lovely person like ever. And he's just like loving and awesome. And like he gives the flower to the little kid and stuff. And
sorry, I just showed you the rocket.
He's not like, he doesn't have a flawed character like everyone else does. Like Rocket and Gamora and Drax and everything. They're all like, they've all got this something about them that's not... like they've got like a problem that they have to like overcome. Yeah. But not Groot really. Like he's got Rocket, who's like his best friend and he loves him and he basically just protects him from anything. And he's just like a really, really nice guy. And my girlfriend was like, but he kills all those people with the thing. And I was like, yeah, but he's just doing that because he's just
and they're bad guys. Like they're quite clear. Like there's no like
very
there's no like
bad guys.
Like they're called fucking, what are they called? Like I've forgotten what the alien's called, but it's something that's like. You can't picture these things being anything but evil.
No, they're nothing but evil. Like, and he's doing it to like help to like protect his friends and stuff like that. And,
he's a sweet character.
So he's just like a super sweet character and he's lovely. And then one of the characters that I've heard people like just give flack for is Ronan. Because they say like, he's just like really just super...
They said, like I've heard people say he's a really boring villain.
He's like the minimal like villain they say, where it's just like, he's this guy that's like, I will get revenge on these people.
See, I thought he was... I mean, he wasn't... Granted, he's not the most like interesting... I don't think so. He's not the most like interesting villain. We totally did it, by the way. But
we did. That was fucking easy.
Yeah, but he's... I mean, he reminded me a little bit of the Dark Elf in For the Dark World, because he was quite a boring character.
It's a very similar character where it's like, except I'm in my mothership, I'm this person that's trying to reap revenge on.
But
stuff.
I thought Ronan was, at least with Ronan, they had like the stuff with him like bathing in his enemy's blood and shit like that, and I know the whole war paint thing kind of. He wasn't that interesting, but it was clear he was like. They really pushed the whole him being evil thing. So when he's getting fucked up, you're just like, like they at least had that going for it.
You were on the path of saying what I was going to say, but
what were you going to say?
That's cool because, like, I agree with that as well. Because Christopher Eccleston did like a meh job of that guy, and all right, let's get into this next chapter. But I really liked. What's his name? God, I've forgotten his name. What is it? Lee Pace, who I love, and I didn't even know that he was
Ronan.
Yeah, he was Ronan. I didn't know that he was in the movie. I saw it in the opening credits, and I was like, oh, cool. But there is a bit more depth to him than the Dark Elf guy.
Yeah.
And it's not like ridiculous or anything, but it is kind of like a comic book. But I was thinking about it, and when I watched it the second time, and I was paying attention to that whole bathed in blood and stuff like that, and the war paint. Like the bathed in blood is bad, but the war paint is this thing where it's like he is this real purist of his race, and he feels that his race has been sort of destroyed by this capitalist, just like...
Yeah, I thought he was definitely... There was definitely more depth to him than the Dark Elf.
Look at him like that, and he's like this... He's following these like ancient traditions compared to just what they do nowadays.
Yeah.
He's very much like Tom Cruise's character in The Last Samurai. Oh, well, not Tom Cruise's character, what's his name? Oh god, I can't remember the main character. The main, like, who's the samurai leader.
Right,
Katsumoto.
Yeah.
Katsumoto, he's very much like that character in Last Samurai. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you like put a different twist on his story, he's the hero of his story. Because he's like protecting his nation's traditions and stuff like that, and not like just giving up all of his culture to just other people's cultures and stuff. So, like, when I thought about it like that, I was like, oh, this is actually, like, there's nothing, like, it's not that there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. Like, there's plenty of wrong things that he does.
Or it's rather, there's nothing, like...
cemented properly as a villain, but there's nothing that's just like he's just a villain because he's just like, I'm gonna kill the people.
He's definitely got more reason for his actions. Yeah. I thought he was a cool villain. Alright, I thought, like...
Just stop shooting me in the back.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I'm out of bullets.
I have lots of bullets, but it's all handgun bullets, which is shit.
Oh.
How long's this episode going to go for, by the way?
1 hour.
Okay. I thought the... Oh shit, sorry.
Do it. Teleport.
Yeah, well.
Oh, that was the end.
Sick. Yeah, boy.
Too easy. What did you think? You had thoughts?
I can't remember. No, I had thoughts, but they're gone. All gone. It was more Guardians shit, I think.
It's just good.
It's good. It's good stuff.
That's all you take away from it. It's good.
And I think, like, I don't understand people being like, I liked it, but it's not a good movie. Like, did you have fun watching it? Because surely that's what, like...
Yeah,
isn't that kind of the point?
I talk about this with my brother, and we use the words where we say, like, it's a good movie, but it's not a good film, and we use those as the differentiate.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah.
Oh, is it this like amazing piece of cinema that's like artistic? and it's art, or is it just a good movie?
Yeah,
and
I
so
get that.
if people are like, I thought that about that, then I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. See,
when someone says I didn't think it was a good movie, I'm like, well then, if you enjoyed it, what did you think it was good for?
Yeah,
because it is a movie. Like,
and like, what's like?
Well,
I mean, like
that's like the vocabulary that I use.
Yeah. Well, see, when I think about like movies and shit, or like films, movies, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I kind of think like when you're in like uni and shit, and people are like, yeah, I'm gonna be a filmmaker, I'm gonna movie maker. Some people don't seem to understand that, like, you're basically just you're this generation's like storytellers. Then you're supposed to be like taking part in this rich tradition of, you know, storytelling.
Yeah, that's sort of.
It's supposed to be about you.
It boils down to.
Yeah, it's supposed to be you kind of entertaining the masses and giving them, you know, something to think about other than the fact that there's a, you know, bear outside the cave that's going to fuck you up if you try to go out there. You know, it's that like ancient a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, if a movie's like, if a movie holds your attention and tells you a neat story that makes you laugh, makes you fucking cry, makes you go, oh, cool, you know, it's like that. I think that's enough for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is where, like, Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't really do that for me. It didn't make me me feel anything. I thought it was like, it was telling me a story, but the story I didn't enjoy that much.
Yeah.
Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of Galaxy.
was totally good. Like, it felt like, I guess this is the thing with like comic books as well. It's the modern equivalent of like myths and shit. Like, it's you're no longer hearing about Hercules and, you know, Homer's Odyssey and shit. You're hearing about Batman and Star-Lord and shit.
Yeah.
I think as that, it functions really well. Like as just like modern myths and shit.
Yes, well, like I totally agree with everything you said because basically, like, yeah, as a writer and whatever, and I want to direct things. And
whatever
stuff like
the fuck I am.
Whatever.
Yeah, I get that.
It doesn't matter whether it's like, oh, am I going to write a book or a TV series or a radio play or a film or a game. Like, it is the storytelling for me, and that's why there's a lot of like projects that I think of and I go, oh, I think this would work well as a book, so I'd like to write a book of this, not make a film of it.
Yeah.
And I love folk tales and stuff, and all of those, and Greek myths and things. And that's the stuff that I'm sort of drawn towards, is like fantasy and science fiction and just like larger than life stuff. Yeah,
and that's where I mean, the best, like, larger than life stuff always has parallels with, like, the real world. Like, that's where, like, I think Guardians of the Galaxy, you can't just dismiss it as, like, oh, it's just popcorn film schlock. It's like, well, sorry, it's entertaining millions of people all over the world. It's competently made.
Yes.
Like, if you're going to get technical about it, it's really well made. And it's made this one autistic kid in fucking America or wherever feel kind of represented in a fucking superhero movie. Like, is that not, like... Is that not worth something?
They only need, like...
Is that not worth acknowledging that that's probably a good thing? That's probably a good movie. There's a reason that Rise of the Guardians, there's a reason that Guardians of the Galaxy does that and fucking, say, I don't know, what's like a movie that's just kind of... Scary Movie 5. There's a reason that the Guardians of the Galaxy does that and Scary Movie 5 doesn't.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, you were saying something.
Oh, I don't think I was.
Weren't you?
You lie.
I'm just hearing those. It's just the voices in my head.
I wasn't even here.
What's Doom?
I'm actually a ghost. Yeah, like when... Like, if you can write something and this one person goes, this is my favorite movie of all time, this made me feel all of these things, and this one character is, I totally delivered the killing blow to you, then, like, that's like, oh, mission achieved.
Totally.
Obviously not, like, box office wise and things.
Yeah.
And sure, you can easily find a terrible movie that's like the worst movie ever, and some person actually thinks it's good, and they're like, well, this is that person's favorite movie, so that means this is as good as Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's like, well, no.
Yeah, no. Totally.
There's always the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
So I'm down this cave, and there's two...
whoa, hello.
There's two skull buttons, and there's an arrow pointing to this one, and I don't know whether I should click it. I'm going to click this one. Did I do it right? Invisible guys, and I've got 5 fucking bullets left.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm in Death Town.
Punching skulls to death.
I love this is like their first attempt of like an exterior level.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, no, you're not indoors. You're outdoors.
Yeah.
Like there's
like space station? No.
This is when we've actually gone to hell.
Okay, cool.
If you weren't paying attention.
No, I've not been paying attention.
I believe this is when we've moved from the moon of Mars. I think it's Phobos. Don't quote me on it. Sure. And now we're like gone through a portal to hell, and we're actually in hell.
Cool. Hell's gross.
Yeah, I know. Like
right on. Slow to spit.
Death. Woo. Blood, river, like Castlevania's mansion.
Castlevania's. Cool.
All right.
Should we like wrap this?
Yeah. Until next time.